What's up, back with another one, and today we're breaking down a heated clip about Emmanuel speaking about Todd Monken and how that impacts expectations for Shedeur Sanders. So let's check this clip out.
Because any expectation for Shedeur Sanders under Todd Monken, I believe, will lead to disappointment. There is nothing about Todd Monken as a head coach that should get you excited. As an offensive coordinator, you could say Lamar Jackson had an MVP season under Todd Monken. As an offensive coordinator, Lamar Jackson had 41 touchdowns and 4 interceptions under Todd Monken. As an offensive coordinator, you can make arguments under Todd Monken. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships at Georgia under Todd Monken. But as a head coach, no. Nothing about Todd Monken as a head man gets me excited. I need to see who the offensive coordinator is going to be. That's what I need to see. But what I don't yet see, T, is like, how is Todd Monken going to command that locker room, command that group of men? And also, if I'm Shedeur or anybody in that locker room, why am I listening to Todd Monken? What have you won on an NFL level as a head coach? You're not even a head coach on an NFL level. So I don't even have expectations for Shedeur under Todd Monken, because I believe any expectations I would have, he would not meet. Because why am I excited about it, T? Why?
Acho's take on Todd Monken and Shedeur, I do believe it's one of those things when you kind of get into like the ulterior or like the auxiliary mediums and platforms, you do just get like a little looser, right? Like you're just having these conversations with your homeboy. And then sometimes you could say things and you could be like, yeah, like that wasn't necessarily how I meant it, what I meant, or I shouldn't have said it that way, or it's completely wrong that I had that thought. And I think people should have the opportunity to be able to not necessarily walk things back, but reevaluate things. Like I reevaluate things all the time, and I look at it and say, okay, I could have handled this better, or this initial thought, now that I have new information, I see in a different manner. Todd Monken earned his position. Todd Monken has worked his way up as an offensive mind, even as an older coach, to be the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. Todd Monken has won national championships at Georgia as an offensive coordinator. He's taken the Baltimore Ravens and that offense, and he actually allowed it to evolve under who Lamar Jackson was. He won an MVP under Todd Monken. He should have won another one with a 41-4 season from a touchdown interception ratio. So those are all reasons that Shedeur should listen. And also, too, Shedeur was raised to listen. Shedeur was raised to be respectful. Shedeur was raised to be a professional. Shedeur showed you throughout this entire season that not only does he listen, but he plays his role and understands who he is and where he is and the hierarchy of what an organization is. And so I think for us, when we get on these platforms and we have these opportunities, we do have to be very careful to watch what's clickbaity, to watch what we believe will bring us attention, because sometimes it brings the wrong attention. And then how you respond going forward is based on your priorities and what you want people to think of you, how they perceive you, or what you want to think of yourself. And as far as any of those things, that's based on the person.
His head do his clickbait.
You're stupid.
The conversation centers on Emmanuel questioning the credibility of Todd Monken as a leader rather than his ability as an offensive mind, and how that could impact Shedeur Sanders. Emmanuel acknowledges Monken's success as a coordinator, pointing to his work with elite quarterbacks and championship-level offenses, but argues that success in that role does not automatically translate to commanding a professional locker room as a head coach. His comments suggest skepticism about Monken's authority, culture-setting ability, and whether players would naturally buy in, which leads him to lower expectations for Shedeur's development under that leadership. Ryan Clark responds by reframing the discussion, emphasizing that while critique is fair, publicly suggesting a player should not listen to his coach crosses a line. Clark explains that podcast environments can encourage looser commentary, but accountability still matters once words are public. He defends Monken's career path, stressing that earning a head coaching role requires trust, growth, and proven adaptability,